Now, once you've determined your target demographics, what you need to do is start creating a tracking mechanism or track the people and put them on some sort of a list. So one of the easiest ways to do this is through an Excel spreadsheet or even a Google Doc spreadsheet. And in this case, I've got a Google Doc spreadsheet. So one of the things that you'll notice is up at the top, I've got engineering manager prospects. Then I've got specific information in columns. Now, this doesn't have to be written in stone, but it's just kind of a mechanism that I use. So if you take a look, we'll start from left and go to right. I've got the contact. So that's the person's name. I've got their LinkedIn URL, which you can find directly from someone's profile, or when you're on someone's profile, copy the URL from the search bar and put it in. You can put their company in, you can put their title in, location, obviously, if you want to put it in there. Connections is there any connections that you have that are connected to that person? Then what you want to do is with date contacted, it typically means, am I connecting with this person directly? Am I reaching out to them? Or am I leveraging one of my connections to reach out? So I put that information in there so I track when those kind of contacts are going on. Then you go into the notes section. In the notes section, I just make a note of what happened. Did I send an in-mail? Did I reach out through a group in-mail on LinkedIn? Did I ask someone to connect? Did I make a phone call? Did I do what? And then I also put the results in, like, did it turn into a meeting? Has anything come of this? And then what you see is it goes out on columns J, K, and L. It says date contacted, notes, and results. And the reason why you do that is because of the fact that it's not hitting a person once and then giving up on them. You literally have to figure out different ways to get into this person. So oftentimes what I do is I cycle through kind of every 30, 60, 90 days to reach out to people and try to get in front of them as well. So I may use different means to try to get in. So you want to be tracking anything that goes on with these people. So in this case, let's take a look and just say, we're looking at these engineering managers. I'm looking at kind of a second level person that's in the Calgary marketplace, and I come up with a full list of people, and there's 90 people on here. So what I would do in this case, on my engineering manager's prospect list, once again, I've got my contacts, I've got my LinkedIn URL, I've got the company, I've got the title, I've got the location. The connections are people that I'm connected to that are directly connected to this person if I do not have a direct connection with them. I start talking about the date contacted, and then once again, you see this, I've got, I've asked a certain person to reach out, I asked another person to reach out, any kind of relevant information just so that you can track that sort of stuff. And then you start talking about your results and what happens and what's come of any of this. So the other thing too is to figure out where you can find your connections. When you're on someone's profile on LinkedIn, what you do is when you scroll down just below the top part of their profile, you're going to see highlights, and it says how many mutual connections and if there's any mutual groups that you're part of as well. When you click on those mutual connections, what it does is it brings up a list of people that are connected directly with this person that you can scroll through and see if there's anyone you want to reach out to. So in fact, in this case, there's several people just on the top part here that I could reach out to if I were to try to reach out to this Ian Ross. I could go to Alan Berg, I could go to Mike Woodward, I could go to Sean Nayland, or I could go to Kyle Stone. So there's 4 ways in that I could get into this person. So when you're doing this and you're building out this list, make sure you put the different people's names in there, because what happens is if Alan doesn't introduce me, then hey, maybe Mike will introduce me in 30, 60, or 90 days. And if Mike doesn't do it, then Sean might do it at a later date. And if Sean doesn't do it, Kyle might do it for me as well. So here's just a suggestion. If your firm is using a client relationship management tool or some sort of CRM system, I wouldn't put these LinkedIn prospects that you're kind of tracking or trying to go after into the CRM system until after you've had a meeting or at least some sort of contact with this person and they start to become a potential prospect for you as well, because otherwise that CRM system is going to end up with nothing but noise sitting in it.